21, 20, 19, 8.
Anxiety, depression, worry, doubt. All those words can be worked out. And that's what I really want you to really take in from this. Work out. Let's work it out. Ready? Let's go.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Simon Carter and welcome to the Workout Minister Podcast. I love doing that. But anyway, this is probably episode number 5 and number 6, and we're here in Garland, Texas at Lifetime Facility, Lifetime Athletic Club. And today, guess what we're going to talk about? We are literally going to talk about training you. How do I train my clients? How do I train the members here at Lifetime? And I'm going to tell you, I've been training for already over 45 years. I've been working out. I know you're saying, oh my gosh, how old is he? But I've been doing it, been training for that long. And guess what I do? Every session, I take those 45 years, bang, and I inject it into every session. So with that said, let's talk about it. Ideal time for someone to work out is whatever is ideal for you. Everyone is different. It depends on what you've eaten throughout that day, how much sleep you've gotten throughout that day, how long you've worked throughout that day. So you got to put all those things in to really come up with an ideal time for you. Because ideally, guess what? There is no ideal time. What you really have to do is be like, come hell or high water, I'm working out. I'm getting it done. I worked all day. I still got to go to the gym. I got to go to work at 9 a.m. I got to get up in the morning. I got to go to the gym early and be out. So it really depends on what your schedule entails. But what you got to do is be stronger than your strongest excuse and not say, oh, I just can't do it today. Oh, I got a meeting today. Oh, I got a lot on my plate. I just can't do it. When people say they got a lot on their plate, generally the people who say they got a lot on their plate, their waistline reveals that. I'm telling you right now, when you got a lot on your plate, when you got a lot of things to do, push some things off, rearrange it, and make sure you get your workout in. Because if you don't, you're going to ingest toxins, you're going to ingest pollutants, you're going to ingest negativity, you're going to ingest so many things just going to weigh you down, not just physically, but also mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It's just going to just be such a strain on you. It's just going to be such a burden on you. And you're just going to feel, you're going to feel like crap. And I don't want you feeling like crap. I really want you to be the best person you can be. And what you have to do to be that person is to work out. It's just that simple. Listen to the words. I said this before, work out. Anxiety, stress, worry, frustration, doubt, second guessing yourself, the food that you eat, the toxins that you ingest, the words that you hear, the negativity, the things that you see, the homelessness, the things on TV, all the bad things that you listen to, that you overheard. Work it out. Cleanse yourself, purify yourself, purge those things out of you and rise and gain some peace, gain some clarity, because this world could weigh you down. And that's the whole premise and purpose of working out. Well, that type of workouts, when someone works 30 minutes with me, it has to be intense. Or if it's not intense, it's a gradual workout to build them up to the 4-hour workout. So is the 30-minute workout, is it enough for just 30 minutes? You hear those 15-minute abs and all that. That's ideally up to the individual. For somebody who's a lay person who haven't worked out, and I don't know, for years and years and are never, 30 minutes is plenty. But then what's going to happen after that 30 minutes? They're going to graduate and go to that hour, go to that 90 minutes. But in the beginning, 30 minutes is more than enough. It's great. It's a good time. If you can last 30 minutes, do so. But for those who've been working out for some time, they've well-versed in athleticism and they got a lot endurance and a lot of stamina, they need more than 30 minutes. So once again, it's always individual. Who are you and what are you bringing to the table? If you're bringing a well-exercised body to the table, we're gonna go 90. We're gonna go hour. in 90 minutes. If you've never worked out before in your life, we're gonna go 30 minutes. And we're gonna go build you up so you can go to that hour and 90 minutes. And that's really it. That's how we do it. Weights and body weights is always individual. So what you wanna do, if you're a person who've never worked out before, and Lifetime is set up for this. If you look at, when you come up those stairs at Lifetime Garland, I don't know the other facilities, I'm just talking about the Lifetime Garland. When you come up the stairs, the first thing you're gonna see is an apparatus. That apparatus is like, it has the punching bags, it has like the structure with the bars, the pull-up bars. That is designed for body weight movements. Get your body weight workout on. And once you graduate and you have the endurance, you built up the stamina, you know how to control your own body. Not master it, but you have that foundation that you can last with jumping jacks, with squats, some air squat bounces, some push-ups, some pull-ups. You have control. You can hold a plank for like 3 minutes. You got what it takes. You can do ab workout. You can lift your legs, leg lifts. You got it all. All right, once we got that, body weight done. Now we're gonna go to the machine weight. The machine weight carries more resistance, but what it also does, it has some sort of guidance. It has some stability and it has some structure to guide you through the workout. What it's gonna do is it's gonna protect you from injuring yourself. And then once you get that down pat, we do that. You got the cables. The cables are gonna help you out with the machine weights. It's gonna guide you through it. It gives you a strong foundation because you're coming from body weight movement. And then once we graduate from those two levels, we go over to the free weights. Now free weights is a beast. You gotta get ready for that. A lot of people jump from doing nothing to the free weights, and guess what happened? Especially when you're older, you get injured. Or guess what happened? You like a man and you blow up and you become real big and you think you're a heavy bodybuilding, weightlifting person, but you just blow it up, but you're not really powerful. You might be strong because you can lift 4 plates, but you don't have no power. And as soon as you get sick, or as soon as you miss a week or two, you deflate because you didn't go and get the foundation right. You didn't work on the little intrinsic muscles, the tendons and ligaments. You didn't work on all the small little muscles that need to be worked on that supports the big muscles. So you go over to the free weights and you get injured. Or you go over to the free weights, you get big for a while. As soon as you catch a little cold or you get sick or you caught the flu, then it's like, wow, what happened to you? What's going on? Oh man, he's sick, he's this. Because you didn't do the foundation. There's steps to this game. There's steps to this game. I see a lot of guys lifting 315. You tell them to do a pull-up, they like, they can't do a pull-up. Tell them to do a dip. Oh my God, dips are so hard. You know, it's just ridiculous, all right? Start with the foundation and you will grow something that can actually have something to stand upon. And that is body weight movement. Your body is the equipment and the world is your gym. That's what I was taught. That is what my trainer told me. He told me, your body is the equipment, man. Don't be talking about you need some equipment to work out. Your body's the equipment. I don't care if we doing some body shadow boxing. I don't care if we doing some squats, we running up hills. Your body is the equipment. In the world, anywhere, the world is your gym. Not knocking Lifetime. No. I'm just saying, because Lifetime got all the amenities in the world, the best ever, right? But the world is your gym. That's all I'm telling you. You can get it in anywhere. When you're determined and when you're focused, get it in anywhere. So that's really the difference though. One of the things that I do, I challenge myself every single day by being obedient to God. And that is not an easy task, especially when you see a lot of temptation, especially you see a lot of cravings you have. It's a constant challenge, right? So that's just life is a challenge. But once you become obedient and you structured and you got your routines going on, then that sort of fades away. But it's still a challenge, right? And then the other way I challenge myself, I look for people who are doing great things. I look at them and I'd be like, oh shoot, I think I can attain that. I think I want to do that just because. And I go after it. I never really try to kill myself or do anything like, oh, I'm gonna go run a triathlon or I'm going swimming or I'm gonna do things like that. But no, I like to pick up, certain activities and just challenge myself just to see if I can do it. Just because I want to please my God. I don't want to leave this world full of anything. I want to leave it like totally depleted. You know what I'm saying? I gave everything I got. And then I also have children, right? So I want to be a good role model for those children. So I have to be able to still run. I want to run with my kids. I want to work out with my kids. I want to be strong and powerful and good looking for my kids, right? So that's why I challenge myself. I want my kids to see me and they be like, who? Oh, that's your brother? I didn't know you had another brother. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that type of dude, right? So I got to challenge myself to be all the person that I believe I can be. It's not about an external challenge like, oh, I want what he have, or I really want to go where he want to go. No, I look at people, I look at things, but then I just look at my life and see where I want to go and what I really want to do. And I challenge myself to get there. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm always at peace though. I'm always content. So I would like to just be there and support and empower and strengthen my children and just everybody I possibly can. And that in itself is a challenge. Training people and wanting more for them than they even want for themselves is a challenge. And I love those challenges. So I make sure I look the part. So one of the things that I always tell trainers to do, and what I ask them is, do you pass the eyeball test? The eyeball test. The eyeball test is you got to look the part. The eyeball test is before your mouth says one word, your body says 1,000 words. Now, what are you saying? You're a walking billboard. I want to look the part. So that right there is a challenge for me. I can't eat certain things because I want to look the part. I got to work out every day because I want to look the part. I got to make sure I'm well groomed because I want to look the part. I want to say the right things before I say anything, before my mouth says anything. That's a challenge in itself, by itself. I want to look the part. I want to motivate and inspire, and I want to just share my story with people, and I want them to truly believe. I want to speak from the heart and be genuine, and I want to be taken serious. But I can't be taken serious if I don't look the part. Because I'm going to tell you, say what you want. Appearance is important. So I want to look the part. And then I want to be able to have the words. So I read and I study because I want to say the words that inspire, that motivate, that just really take people to another dimension. I want to do that because I believe that God has put that in me. So because of that, that's a challenge for me. I got to study, I got to read, I got to write, you know, and that's really it. That's why I do it, man. At my age, spiritually, I read because I want to instill the spirit of love, the spirit of just hard work, the spirit of determination, the spirit of just, you know what, I can do it, I can achieve it, I can actually push myself forward. And I also, you know, financially, I just want to be in a good place where I just put a financial wall around my family that cannot be penetrated no matter what happens. So I want to work hard and I want to just earn income, not to be rich, not just but to protect mine. I want to be challenged emotionally. I just want to be stable and strong. Regardless of what happens, I know that God has a purpose and a plan for me, and he has me in his best interest. So I cannot lose. So because I know these things, I'm okay. I'm at peace. No matter what happens, I'm at peace. You know why? That's why I'm obedient. I'm obedient because I don't want to do anything to myself that God like, oh, what did you done do? What did you done did? Now, I gotta let you suffer in this for a minute before I help you out with that. I don't want that. I don't want to suffer no more. I done suffered enough in my life. A lot of things didn't happen that God had to be like, yo, I'm gonna let you rest in that for a minute. Don't want to rest in those situations no more. I don't want to put those things on myself no more. So I'm obedient now. And I advise you to be obedient too, because that's so highly important. So that's really it. I said this before. I want to be Spider-Man. I want to be Spider-Man. I want to be Iron Man too. I want to be Hulk. I want to be Thor. I want to be a superhero. You know what I'm saying? And I want to save my children. I want to save humanity. I want to save my members, my clients. I want to save myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I want to be a superhero. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a prophet. I can't be a prophet. Prophets are gone. They sealed up. I want to be God's superhero. God, please make me your superhero. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. I want to be God's superhero, man. So if God can help me, I pray that God, I just tell him every day, God, please, I want to be a superhero. I want to be a superhero. I want to help save humanity. I want to do everything you want me to do, yo. And that's it, man. And that's the challenge within itself. Because I'll say, okay, I hear you. And then he throw these tests at me. And, it's up to me to pass the test. The women come. I'm not romantically even like tempted by these women because I know it's a test. And I know I got to stay true to what God says do. All right, we good, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's good for you. I hope this podcast is touching somebody. I really do. Because really what it's all about is using fitness to work things out, but it's really using fitness to bring people closer to God, your creator, your provider. Because this is the saying. God says this, when I have a servant who is obedient to me, I love that person. And I love that person so much that if anybody does harm to that person who does the harm becomes an enemy of mine because I love my servant that much. And guess what? My servant prays to me day and night. And he prays to me so well that my hand becomes his hand in which he grips. My feet becomes his feet in which he walks. My ears become his ears in which he hears. My eyes become his eyes in which he sees, and my tongue becomes his tongue in which he talks. So everywhere he walks, he's walking as if he's walking right towards me. Everything he's gripping for me. Everything he's hearing me in there. Everything he sees, he's seeing the God in that. And all the words that he's talking as if I am talking. When I read that, I said, I want that. I want to be a superhero for God. That's what I want. And so that's what I'll do. And I advise you to do that too. Because that right there is so powerful to me. That's so powerful. And then God said, you were made after my likeness and my image. So God said, you are the visual image of the invisible God. I want that. That's the ultimate. When you got those things, when you're looking forward to that, what else is there in life then? Everything else will fall in place. Everything. When you're going after that. And that's what I use fitness for. That's it. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm telling you right now, if that's something you want to be a part of, come see me. Come see me and we'll do it together. Because I'm looking for a good group of people to do it with. I really am. I'm just looking for a group of people to really level up to that level where we can be superheroes for God. God's superhero. Let's all do it, man. I'm telling you right now, that's the most magnificent thing in the world. And I got my arms wide open and I'm waiting. Let's embrace me. And I embrace you. Deuces.